Franklin McMurrian was shot in a gun accident at age 16 and nearly died. However, with the help of his family, he persevered, went to college, and now works at the Acxiom Corporation as a client service specialist. For Franklin's family, it was never a question of him not pursuing a career.
Well, I guess over the years, me and my mom, we went through the system, as far as me being on SSI, and some of the challenges we ran into were, hey, well, if he's out on his own, he can do a lot better than he can, with his family or whatever, because he has a support system. Well, that made her kind of nervous because she didn't just want me to just, go out there on loans in on my own. So she thought the best thing that I possibly could have done was went to college and, got some type of formal training and got a job. And she said that it would be the best thing that you could do for yourself. You're too smart just to let, your skills go to waste. So and that's exactly what I did. I went to college. I majored in information science, and that's pretty much the discipline with the emphasis on object-oriented technology language, basically playing with the web. And I've kind of been fascinated with computers or whatnot since I was 16. The word around Little Rock or Arkansas basically was, hey, Acxiom is a place you want to go for if you got any type of technical skills. So I was like, man, I said, to be innovative or whatnot, that's me. I'm analytical. And what I do here or whatnot, playing with servers and getting to, get my hands on databases and everything like that is a thrill for me. Working late nights, actually getting to figure out solutions or whatever is probably what you want when you graduate from college with that kind of technical background. So for me or whatnot, it's great. I'm at home, have networks here and there, and it keeps my mind going. And like Scott said, it's definitely fun to me, definitely fun. Currently, I myself am using a trackball mouse, and that's about the only accommodation I need because of the typical mouse, using the computers, you have to actually hold on to it with your hand, and you're holding on to it like such, you're grasping, you tend to pick the mouse up, and that kind of could cause a problem. You could drag something here, that could be a big mistake. And the trackball actually allows me to actually navigate on the screen where I actually need to be, click of a button. You can actually program the buttons to drag just on one click and move the mouse around and get where you need to go. And that's the only accommodation I need. Typing with one finger actually is quicker than using a voice program for me.
Franklin's disability, rather than state it that way, I would rather state it that his abilities, rather than his disability, describes who he is. He's known in the office and around our workplace and on his team for the abilities he has rather than his disability.
Well, I think one thing that definitely helped myself was, going to college. And I know that may not necessarily be for everyone, but if it's not, getting some type of job training, through rehab services, like I said before, that's probably one of the most key things that you can do. Because I think what helped me in this situation with me going to work was that the fact that I had some type of experience. And if, you're going to be disabled and you're going to go to work, you want to look attractive, you want to look marketable, to whom you're going to. And that kind of thing helps, especially when you use those services and the outlets that you actually have to, obtain, a job. I think with me, it was probably more or less, find out for yourself. I mean, that's the best thing that you could ever do is try to actually get involved in finding out what's really true and what's not true. I mean, because once I found out, I was actually surprised and shocked myself when they said, hey, you can still qualify for your Medicaid services even though you're going to work. And then once I heard that, that was like a real weight lifted off my shoulders. And so it made things a lot easier, my life a whole lot easier to go to work and not have to worry about if I'm going to wake up in the morning and get a letter in the mail, hey, you've been disqualified for this. And so I would probably tell anybody, definitely get involved in finding out what's going on. Contact, your local Arkansas Rehabilitation Services because they can definitely let you know what you need to know. Those counselors are actually great. If you need to, contact the Department of Human Services. They'll tell you what you need to know. So there's really not, I wouldn't say too many excuses that you could use for not finding out what's going on if you really want to know.
Based on this experience, I would say that they're missing the boat if they don't get out there and look and take advantage of the folks like Franklin that have the most important part of themselves to offer, which is their mind. His ability to come in and do the things that we do in this environment has been, refreshing. In fact, the term I've used in talking about Franklin to other folks and even my own family is Franklin has refreshed, my view of the human spirit.
Shoot. Okay, now run. There you go.